Right, I think we're live. We're live, but you can't see me on camera. If you can hear me, please let me know if you can hear me okay. Hopefully you can. And I just need to click on a couple of buttons and I should appear. Oh, why am I not appearing? Ooh, right. Apologies for this, bear with us a minute. Deactivate the camera, reactivate the camera, and there you go. I'm appeared. Right, we're on. Lord of the Rings, Journeys in Middle-earth part... What is this, part 7? We're on chapter 12. I'm sure I've got some of the numbering wrong on the previous chapters. But anyway, we are here. We're going to carry on from where we left off. And thank you to everybody for bearing with us on the last chapter, because the last chapter was interesting. It was a little bit boring. And as we found out from the chat and looking on forums and everything, that the last scenario I did, chapter 11 of the Bones of Arnor campaign, is really not liked with the community. A lot of the things that I read about it were more about the narrative. And people were losing the scenario because they weren't sure what to do. We didn't have that problem. We just had the problem that the first half of it was really boring. Anyway, we're all set up, and I've got the extra lighting in today. So hopefully, when we put the side camera on, which I need to zoom in because you don't want to see any of that stuff. When we've got the side camera on, you now have the side lighting, so it will highlight the characters a bit better. And I've also moved the other character. I'll just turn off the side lighting so you see what it's like without it. If I disconnect it. There you go, that's what it's like without the extra lighting. So yeah, we've got the extra lighting set up. Anyway, we're going to crack on. Thank you very much to everybody for joining me and keeping me company this afternoon. Chapter 12 of the campaign. I will say this, like I say every time, spoilers. If you don't want any spoilers, switch off now. Right, we are going to continue from where we left off. And I'm not fully set up. So there are things in the setup that I haven't actually done yet, which I will do on camera. So, the Aid of Evensong. Escaping from Annúminas was more tumultuous than you anticipated. In fact, Atarin might have succeeded in killing you if it were not for a benevolent intelligence calming the waters. Sorry, a benevolent intelligence calming the waters. Need to get my eyes checked. Perhaps it is worth your time to seek the aid of this intelligence before continuing onward. You will need all the help you can get to defeat Atarin and his army, after all. Oh, widowed word. Really bothers me. The next adventure will be a journey map. Okay, off we go then. We're going to confirm that. And as usual, if the sound of the background computer game is a bit too loud, please let me know. I have turned it down a little bit here because it was a little bit loud for me. So we've got 10 XP that we need to spend. And also our items have leveled up. Because we've got lore. We've got 64 lore, which means... the Evendim Ringmail is going to go from level 2. Oh, which one do we want? Right, okay. So this is probably going to be the first choice, because I tried to make these sessions interactive. But we can have either Bladebane or Wrath's End. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the cards out for you so that you can see them. So let me just sort these cards out. Is that it? I think that's it. There's so many cards in this game. I'm not complaining, but it does make it hard to find the cards that you want. Especially if you don't keep them in ordered by sets like me. Because I kind of just threw them all in the box. Right, okay, so let's have a look at what we've got. We can either have Bladebane or Wrath's End. So Bladebane or Wrath's End. Right, let's zoom in on Gimli. And let's see if you can see these. I don't know if you can see these, but these are replacing this one. So we have a choice of either Bladebane or Wrath's End. So both of them decrease our agility by 1, okay? Wrath's End increases our spirit by 1, putting it up to 5. Well, we're already at 4. Increases our damage and fear limits by 1, increases your damage and fear limits by 1. Okay, so they're both similar in that respect. If you would test Wisdom, Spirit, or Wit to negate, you can test Might instead. Well, that's the same. There you go. Mute button gets rid of my sneeze. And this one does the same. So basically, the only differences are, with Bladebane, all damage suffered is face down, but with Wrath's End, the damage and fear limit. But with Wrath's End, the spirit goes up by 1. So, what do you think? What do you think in the chat? Paul is here, hi from Gondor East. Gondor East? Yes, Gondor too, not Gondir. So yeah, let me know which one of those you want Gimli to take. You can either have Bladebane or Wrath's End. Interestingly enough, they both look identical. Hi, Loki. He's what? Yeah, Loki is having a very, very happy afternoon. Wandering around and meowing at us squeaking at us very, very loudly. So that's what he did. So Ian is saying Blade, Mark is saying Wraths. Really, it depends what you do with your axe. Well, with my axe, I hit things. That's what I do with my axe. If that's what you mean. Bleedy Bob sounds good, says Tom. Hi, Tom. Mark says he likes the idea of a 5 stat. Okay. Ooh. Let's just go back to the app and see if... So we've got, yeah. Bladebane if you don't go with Honor Knell. Wrath's End if you do. Okay, well, we're going to go with Bladebane. Yes, we got three or four votes for Bladebane, so we're going to go with that one. Bladebane is the one we're going to choose. We choose that in the app. Evandim Ringmail is gone. Bladebane has now in. And again, that can upgrade again if we get to 98 lore. Which I don't think we're going to by the end of the campaign. Right. Group stuff. We can upgrade the Weathertop Torch. Let's upgrade the Weathertop Torch. Because I wasn't going to bring this with me in this adventure. But now that it's upgraded, maybe I will. I actually quite like this system of equipment leveling up based on the lore that you've collected. I've never seen that in another game before. And you don't spend the lore, it's just as long as your party has collected that much lore, then yeah, the items basically get more powerful. There we go, Under Sun. Let's have a look at this. So we did have, we've got that. Where is the torch? I had the torch here. So we had the Weathertop Torch before. See, that's a bit dark, isn't it? I just need to move this light around a bit. There you go, that's a bit better. Right, so we did have the Weathertop Torch before, and that's now been replaced by Under Sun. You and other heroes in your space ignore darkness. If you attack an enemy in your space, you may deplete this item to add Pierce, Smite, and Stun. Before, it was add Pierce or Smite. So, Weathertop Torch has gone, Under Sun is in play, but I don't think I'm going to bring it with me in this adventure, because you can only bring with you one trinket per character. I don't think we're going to have that. Russ is here. Hi, Russ. Alan's here in the chat. Hi, Alan. And face down wounds are easy to remove. Right, okay, so that's that done. Now, normally between sessions, I will do this stuff off camera, but today I'm doing it live. So we have some XP to spend. Legolas is currently a hunter, and we have 5 XP to spend as a hunter. So I'm going to get rid of Quick Snare. And I'm going to put one of the other 3 cards into play. So I just need to get... the Hunter cards, which are... here. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got in terms of the Hunter cards. So Hunter 4, 5... Hunter 10... Yeah, so it's either that one, or that one. Okay, so we're going to take out... We're going to take out the Hunter... The Quick Snare. That's out. And we're going to replace that with one of those 3. So we have Deathstroke, which is a character from the Arrowverse. Barrage, which is a board game. And Gather Supplies, which is a card from the Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth game. Right, before you strike with this skill, add Lethal to the attack. Before you strike with this skill, add Cleave to the attack. Well, I'm already getting Cleave because of my Mirkwood Greatbow. So, that's still a bit dark, isn't it? Let's just look at that camera. Is that, yeah, that's a bit dark as well. I'm just gonna increase this a bit. There you go, that's a bit better. Yeah, there we go. So I don't think we want that. Before you strike with this skill, add clear. Yeah, I don't think we want that. That can go. After you prepare this skill, gain an inspiration. When you rest with this skill, you may scout 3. Yeah, not bothered about resting. We're going to put Deathstroke in. So Deathstroke is going in. There you go. There's my cards. Yeah, Barrage isn't useful because you have Cleave on your bow. Thought so. Thank you. Right, and now we do Gimli. Oh, so we're going to choose... Oh, wait a minute. There was another one. There was Falcon Companion. Oh, well, we've chosen Deathstroke. And Gimli, we're going to get rid of Desperate Defences, and we get a choice of one of 4 cards. So Gimli is a Guardian, and the Guardian cards are here. Guardian 7, Guardian 7, Guardian 7, Guardian 7. Right, okay, so which one of these are we going to go for? While I take out the other one. There you go, Desperate Defense is going. Desperate Defense is out. When you test to negate damage or fear, add a success. That's pretty good. Oh, and that's a success as well. That's interesting. See, I thought all of the cards that you put in for 7 have a fate icon in the top left. This one has actually got a success icon in the top left. That's unusual. Your other skills with guard have strike 1 before you strike gain inspiration. See, I don't know what this scenario is going to be. Voice like ringing steel. When a nearby enemy activates, you may discard this skill to be the target and scout 1. No, not bothered about that one. Plus, I'll forget. Like I kept forgetting the ambush last time. Grim Resolve. When you or a hero in your space performs a last stand, you may discard this skill to add 1 success to the test, and also guard 2 and rest 2. Didn't I have that last time? I thought I had something similar to that last time. Yeah, I had Desperate Defense. Almost the same. Almost the same. I think we might have Ready Defense. What's the chat saying? Ready Defense is unusual, being the only 7 XP card with a success. Yeah. There we go. I thought it was odd. I think I quite like this one. Although Grim Resolve is quite nice as well. I'm going to go with Grim Resolve. I'm going to go with Grim Resolve because that is an improvement. It's just a better version of the Desperate Defences that I had earlier. There you go. Right. So we have done. We have spent our XP. Now we could. I could go back and spend XP as a musician, but these cards don't have any success icons on them, so I've chosen not to. Yeah, basically I switched roles a scenario too late. I hadn't realised that you could switch roles and still keep all of your previous stuff. So I've basically gained XP that I'm not really doing anything with. Okay, we're going to continue. We're not going to change roles. We're going to embark. Off we go. And I've been told by Ian that this scenario today should last us about an hour, hour and a quarter-ish, so we should be done by about 4 o'clock, hopefully. Your small vessel was quickly overcome in the middle of the deep lake, capsizing. The water was dark and you could not tell up from down. You could not breathe and all went dark. You awaken on the muddy shore of the lake to a song with words you cannot quite make out. Place tile 200B as indicated. Now, I've got all of my tiles all sorted out today. You can't see, but off camera, I have all of my tiles in numeric order. I didn't have a shave, but I did sort my tiles out, which is far more important. Okay, so 200B is going there. I'll do. A woman clad in a blue as deep as the in blue as deep as the lake, with long dark hair, moves away from you. If she is the one who saved you, she must hold a great power. You attempt to sit up and call her, but cough up water instead. Place heroes as indicated. Each hero scouts 3. Right, okay, so we'll get side cam on. Battle cam, whatever we want to call it. That's where we're going to start. And here are the figures. Where's Gimli gone? There you go, Gimli. Right, so that's where we start. And each hero is going to scout 3. Oh, choosing to take items with you. Yeah, so I've chosen Legolas is going to bring... We're going to leave the torch at home and the Tuckish apple cakes at home. Decided we don't want them. We're going to bring with us the Mark of Arnor. And Gimli has got the Dusk Treaders. So I took the advice from the chat last time. And yes, I've moved the Dusk Treaders from Legolas onto Gimli. So basically, he can move out. Is that right? Before you move out of a space or interact with a token, you can... Oh no, I thought that was... No, I've got that wrong, haven't I? No, the Dusk Treaders are going back on Legolas. I thought the Dusk Treaders were going to give us an extra movement, but they're not. So forget that. I've swapped the cards back again. So yeah, Legolas has got the Dusk Treaders as normal, but Gimli has changed his items for the Mark of Arnor. Right, okay, so we are good to go. We're scouting 3, so... Augusti is here, good to see you. One of your favourite scenarios in the first campaign. Ah, well that's good after the last one. After the last scenario. And there's only 2 more after this, I think. Yeah, so scouting 3. 1, 2, 3. Putting the Dusk Treaders on Gimli lets him swap his terrible 1 agility for his good 4 might. Oh, that's true. That is true, actually, because that's why kind of we had it on Legolas. Yeah, okay. Right, I'll swap them back. These 2 can't decide what items they want. Right, so Legolas. Oh, 1 more after this one, says Augusti. I'd heard it was 14 chapters. If there's only 1 more after this one, that's great, because I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, I did Google it, and it said there was 14 chapters. So we've got our Deathstroke. We don't know if we're going to have any fights whatsoever. The last scenario was weird, because we didn't really have any fights. But I'm going to put Immortality into play as a readied skill because it doesn't have any icons on it, so we've got rid of that from our deck. We'll put Unstoppable on top of the deck, and we'll put Deathstroke on the bottom of the deck. Right. Gimli. So Gimli starts with you cannot pass in play. You can use Guard for nearby heroes in addition to heroes in your own space. It's basically got Guard 3. So whenever a hero in his own space is attacked, or an adjacent space, I can discard it to prevent 3 of that, which is really good. Okay, 2 more chapters. Yes, there's definitely 14 chapters. But Ian's not going to name them because of spoilers. Right, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I assume the last one is where we fight a Tarin. Okay, so Lethal and Cleave, yes. I haven't read Lethal, so I do need to read what Lethal does. But these are the 3 cards that that Gimli has got. So we've got 2 of our really good cards. And we could just put them on top of the deck. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to prepare Fury, and I'm going to put these 2 on top of the deck, because that's 2 guaranteed successes. Okay, right, we are ready to go. We have scouted 3, and off we go. Right, so we have a collection of stones inscribed with sigils neatly stacked into a pile. That's there. 206B, okay. Why it didn't get us to do that part of the initial setup, I'm not sure, but the 206B is going... Yep, that's it. Goes like that. And 203B is going there. Yep, and that's right. Anything else? No. A couple of exploration tokens. And we read some stuff. So, when you look again, the woman is gone, as if she were never there. There are legends you remember around this lake, legends of a powerful creature that sings along its shores. Such an ally could be valuable, if you could locate her again. Perhaps someone in the nearby town of Selby would know more. Selby sounds like a town in Yorkshire. Objective updated. Investigate Selby for more information. Yeah, that does seem a bit of an odd name. Your body is bruised and your clothes drenched and cold from your ordeal. Though you need rest, You may never find the woman again if you lose track of her now. You must push yourself through the exhaustion, no matter the consequences. At the end of each round, during this adventure, threat will increase by an additional 4. Right, okay. Action phase. And I am going to be using my house rule. So we're playing on adventure mode, but in order to make the game slightly harder, I'm not going to get the free inspiration at the start of each shadow phase. So I'm playing with my own sort of tweak and variant. But off we go. We are in the action phase. So where are we going to go? Well, Legolas is facing the wrong way for a start, so we'll have you facing that way. Well, we've got this. So we're probably going to move Legolas here. Yeah, we'll go with Legolas first. First action is going to be to move. So we'll move Legolas to here. And then we will investigate this token. We're going to search the collection of stones. A pile of stones displays ancient symbols now overgrown with moss. Oh, look at that. If we were a dwarf, it would have been good. Well, we didn't know that. So Legolas is testing wisdom. We are testing 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much for the comment on the minis. I've painted the whole set of them now, and I'm really happy with them. Some more than others, and I think some of the orcs still need a bit of highlighting, but overall I'm happy with them. So, we've got 1 success. Do we want to buy another success? I think we do. So I will buy a 2nd success by using that token there. If we were a dwarf, we'd have got 3 successes. So 2 successes. Is it enough? The sigils are imbued with power, though you are not quite sure how to harness it. Okay, so we got an inspiration. I think if we'd have got more, we'd have probably got some lore or something like that. Okay. Right, so that was Legolas' 2nd action, but we still have 1 movement point left with which we will go into there. An area of ruined foundations marks where a settlement used to be. We have a crumbling stone marker. It's covered in old verse. Sounds familiar. That's a search token, goes there. And that's it. Right, okay, so now we're on Gimli. Well, Gimli will use first action to move into here. Second action will be to interact with this token. And if it gives us points for being an elf, I'm going to throw the game out the window. And then Gimli will use his, continue his movement onto here. So first of all, we're going to interact with that. Examine the marker. The old verse appears to be a song or poem, though only one of the verses is legible. All midsummer festival long, or so the old tales spoke, the lake's fair lady Evensong came to dance among our folk. Story seems incomplete, but it renews your resolve. Gain an inspiration, discard the search token. Right, okay, so that goes, get an inspiration, and then Gimli moves on to here. And that is it. That is our go done. So we end the action phase. Jill's here. Hi, Jill. Thank you for joining in. Shadow phase. So again, it's going to tell me to gain an inspiration, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, you like my pointy ears? Oh, thank you very much. I've been working on these with the file this morning. So threat increases by 4. Yeah, that's the same text as before. And then didn't it say it goes up by 4? Yes. Okay, so we're actually gaining 8 threat per turn. Scouting 2. Off we go. Now, what we normally do in these intervals where I'm doing the scouting is we normally have a group chat about something. So what do you want to talk about today in the group chat? We were talking about the Lord of the Rings role-playing game last time. The One Ring, which has a first edition of a few years ago and is apparently on Kickstarter now for a 2nd edition, and it's just unlocked the stretch goal for a solo mode. And I was curious as to how solo modes work in role-playing games. But I remembered when I started playing role-playing games in the early 80s, I had some RuneQuest solo adventures and some Tunnels and Trolls solo adventures. Now, they weren't, in my eyes, proper role-playing games. They were more sort of like choose-your-own-adventure books, really. We're going to put that into play, and I'll put that on top of the deck. Because for me, a sort of role-playing game is the interaction with the other players, the the complete freedom of actions that you can have in a game, obviously limited by the setting, the GM and everything else. Yeah, a solo role-playing game I think would miss out on all that. Augusti is asking me if I've played the Living Card game. Oh, Russ is saying let's talk about the most anticipated games for 2021. Well, it's funny you should mention that, Russ. Because I've recently done a Patreon message about that. I hope you saw that. If you didn't, check your Patreon messages. But yes, Russ is talking about Cantaloupe and the Initiative. And remember to fill in Paul's Patreon form. Yes. So, Cantaloupe and the Initiative I've never heard of. But this is the thing with new games that are coming out. I'm not able to keep up with everything that's going on. But, yeah. Okay, so we've got Stinging Fly. Now, this is the card that 2 chapters ago won us that chapter. Like, this was an amazing card for what we did at the time. So I'm going to put it into play, and we'll see. It basically allowed me to do 3 attacks on whites and completely kill them and not get any counter attacks for the entire turn. So yeah, that was awesome. Oh, storytelling puzzle style games. Well, I'm definitely interested in puzzle style games. So yeah, count me as interested in those. Right, we are in the action phase. Where are we going to go? Let's have side cam on. And let's move it around a bit now that we're here, because we're going to be going this way. So we'll do Gimli first, I think. And we're going to move into there first. So Gimli's first action is to move, and let's explore. Here we've got all of this to go. The map's going to get big. The winding track leads through a copse of ancient trees and a dilapidated hovel, apparently abandoned slumps nearby. Okay, is there anything in here? A large oak tree makes pleasant shade here. A series of squeaks sound as if the tree is home to animal life. Okay, so that's in the corner. Anything else? A cluster of golden white flowers blooms in a shaft of sunlight. Well, Gimli's all about the flowers. Oh, and we're placing tile 100A as indicated. So 100A is going on the end like so. Yeah, so that's going on there. Oh, and also 305B. It's so much better when these are all sorted out and in alphabetical order. It's saving a lot of time. There you go. So 305B is going on there. Oh gosh, 306B. Going underground. Where's this going? This way. Yep. Okay. Who left the torch at home? Right. 3 exploration tokens. And remember, if you're playing the game on normal mode, these exploration tokens will be adding to your threat every turn, but on adventure mode, they don't. Right, so what's Gimli going to do? Gimli's started to move. He might as well interrupt his movement with using a second action to interact with that search token. This is a little bit like the last scenario. We're just wandering around and not really doing anything. Okay, we are testing wisdom. Do we get any bonuses on testing wisdom? Don't think we do. What do we need? We need 2. And we have 1. We have a dead card. So, have we got any bonuses? No, we have no bonuses. So, unfortunately, we got 1 success, but that is a failure. The flowers are pleasant enough. Well, there you go. Thank you very much, Gimli. And then Gimli is going to use his second movement point to move into here and explore this area. Gnarled trees encircle an old grave, preserving it from sun and wind. Okay, there you go. Bump. It goes on there. Dimitri's here. Hi, Dimitri. Thank you very much. Is there any in-game background music? Yes. Can you hear it? I can hear it. I'll turn it up a bit for you. There you go. You hear voices on the wind and smell the unmistakable aroma of cooking. The town of Selby must be close. Lore increases by 1. Oh, and 101A. Now, I couldn't find this tile earlier. I knew there was a Oh, no, in fact, that's that. Yeah, I've put the wrong tile on. Never mind, they're both the same. Yeah, I can't find tile 100A. So I found 101, but I haven't got 100A, so let's have another look for it. I was hoping I wouldn't need it. There it is, found it. Right, so let's just swap these around, because that's actually the wrong one. Doesn't really matter. That's going in there. Now, if I do it off camera, nobody will notice. There we go, we just swapped them around. That's going there, that's going there. Yes. Okay. Now that's kind of taken us off. Oh no, it's not. 207. 207. We're in order. And now they got messed up. Oh. 207. Let's have a look. 202, 204, 201, 209, 205, 208. Where's 207? Okay. Well, my system's fallen apart. I don't quite know why. 300, 301, 302, 303, 304. 305, 306, 307, 308. Yeah, so there's all the 300s. But of the 200s, it's asking for 207. And I don't have 207. Reverse side. No, so it's the numbers, it's A on one side and B on the other side. So 207A is on the other side for 208. So it's on the other side to 207. Oh, there it is. Just found it. It was the room that we used last time. So it was this side up over the other side of my game topper, and I didn't see it. So this is going here, like so. Right. Oh, and another one. 300A is now going on, which is, so this is the town. Yeah, so we found the town, and that slot's in there. Okay, nice. That's pretty much the whole map, isn't it? Yeah, there's a little bit down here. Go through the caves out to the other side. But other than that, that's the whole map. So 1, 2, 3 exploration tokens. And that's it. That's it for Gimli. So Gimli, what did Gimli do? Gimli moved, interacted with the token, and moved again. So yeah, so that's Gimli's turn done. So Legolas, I think, will move here and we'll investigate this token and then move to there. I think that's what Legolas is going to do. Yeah, so we'll search the tree. You sit down on the grass and rest your back against the tree's trunk. It's very nice here, but there is a constant sharp chittering sound above your head. So we are testing wit. Ori's here. If you haven't watched the rest of this, are jumping in and saying hello from Japan. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, this is, yeah, I've done many, many hours of this. It's all on the channel if you're interested. This is chapter 12 that we're playing today. So yeah, there's a lot of videos for this on my channel. So what have we got? We have the 2 successes that we need. Excellent. Right, so passed. Keeping very still, you look above you and see several squirrels among the branches. You tuck your possessions in around yourself, draw up your knees, and rest quietly. Become hidden, and discard a face-down thingy or thingy, which I don't have. And hidden is the one which is weird. Yeah, hidden means that we can move around the board and we somehow still say, hidden. There you go. Oh, you really like my Mage Knight stuff. Thank you very much. I don't know if you mean the game or the videos. Right. I'm going to turn the sound down a little bit again. Right, so Legolas has done that, which wasn't really that useful, was it? And then we're just going to spend our second movement point to move to here. And we'll explore here. Several makeshift bridges and gates have been trussed to the crumbling ruins. An old picket fence remains here, remnant of an age where this area was more settled. And we have a search token there. That's where Legolas is. A dense fog blankets the area. You sense danger within, though you see no signs of what it may be. Threat token goes on there. And a crumbling stone marker is covered in old verse. Right, okay. The ground is getting rockier the farther you walk. Soon you see dark openings in the ground leading beneath. There must be a cave system near here. Yes, it's this, I can see it. Okay, so 307. It's really opening up this map now. So that's going... Oh, we're going to have to move things around a little bit. That's going there. And anything else? Yes, 303, which is the way out. Out of the other side. That goes on there. Yeah, it's really good how you can... I love these jigsaw maps. So many different configuration options with them. Right, now that is it. That is the whole map now. Because there's no more fog on the map. So, there you go. Right, so there's side cam. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shuffle things down because we're not going to need these two areas. We're probably not going to go back here. I mean, Gribblies might appear here. I think we're probably okay. And I'll need to zoom out. Legolas could go back and check the flowers. He could. Peter's got to go. Thank you very much, Peter. We'll see you later on. Right, I think we're done. Yeah, 2 actions each. What did Legolas do? Move, interact, and move. Yeah, so we are done. That is the end of the action phase. So the threat's going to hit 15. And we're going to get some nasty things happen. Oh, threat's gone up by 5, yeah, because of the threat token. Your limbs are heavy and the cold chills you to the bone. You find that your hands shake while performing even simple tasks, and you know your energy will not last long. Each hero discards 1 prepared card. Okay, that's fine. Legolas is going to discard Resourceful. And Gimli's going to discard... Meh. I think we'll discard You Cannot Pass. Yeah. Okay. Right. What's next? Oh, that was it. Right. So 30 threat, the next thing happens. Okay, we're in the rally phase. So again, back to the chat. What was the topic of discussion for today? It was games that you're looking forward to in 2021, as suggested by Russ. So yes, if you're in the chat, let us know just one game that you're looking forward to this year. And why. Okay, so Scouting 2. That's not that good. Your skills with Sprint also have Strike 2 and Hide. Okay, we're going to put that on top. We're not... Yeah, we are going to prepare one. We'll prepare that. Okay, and then Gimli. James is looking forward to Petrichor, the Collector's Edition. I didn't know that Petrichor was going to get a Collector's Edition. Dimitri's saying Cloud Age, yeah, because I think Cloud Age is getting its Russian release soon. So yeah, I quite like Cloud Age. I know a lot of other media people haven't liked it that much, but maybe they were expecting something heavier. I don't know. Linda says Fleet, the dice game. I've never played. I know Fleet seems to be quite popular, but I've never played Fleet. Witcher: The Old World. Yeah, I've heard about that. Frosthaven. Yep. And Bardsung. That rings a bell, Bardsung. Does ring a bell. Why is it ringing a bell? Okay, so this is about interacting with people tokens. We don't have any people tokens, So that's going to the bottom of the deck, and that's going in play. Right, okay. Off we go then. We are off, and it is actions time. Well, we got so many things here, but we know the town is here. The town is obviously here, and that is our objective. Do we want to stick with these characters together or split them? I mean, we've kind of been split up, haven't we? And I don't really want to go through these caves if I can help it. Now, this is interesting. We look at the map here. You can only go through a cave system if there's a white line on both sides. So the only way to get into these caves is here or here. You cannot get through the caves here. If that's right. Yeah, that is right. I'm just checking the map on here. There is no white line here. So we can only enter the caves from here. So I think because we need to investigate Selby for more information, I think what we should be doing is we should be sending the characters up there first. Yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do Gimli first. And we're not going to get there this turn, are we? So do we go through 101? I mean, Gimli's got 3 inspirations, so it's kind of a bit of a waste. I think we'll do Legolas first. And we'll come back to these tokens later on. So yeah, so I think Legolas is going to, first action is going to be move, and then second action is going to be to interact with this threat token. So this adventure's a little bit like the last one. It's quite slow and a bit boring to get started. Don't want fighting all the time, but the characters are so geared to being able to do lots of fighting, and when you've been playing for an hour and nothing's happened, it's a bit weird. A dense fog blankets the area. You sense danger within, though you see no signs of what it may be. So, we are testing agility. Well, that's good. That is good for Legolas. Because our agility is 4. And we can discard this to get an extra success. What do we need? It's not telling us what we need. So, do I want to discard that? Yeah, let's discard that. And let's get 3 successes. 3 successes sounds good to me. You match the silence and inch forward, allowing each breath to pass slowly. Your patience is rewarded as the crack of bowstring shatters the quiet, and you hear heavy footsteps retreating away. Threat decreases by 2. Become hidden or gain an inspiration. Well, I'm already hidden, so I'll gain an inspiration. And discard the threat token. Okay, done. And then Legolas's second movement is going to move to there. Which allows us to explore this area. A river winds through the woodland, carving steep banks into the landscape where a bridge spans its width. Okay, Legolas is on 5 inspiration. Is there anything here? Yes, there's an elven woman in a green cloak. Oh, brilliant. Just as Gimli's got rid of his card to interact with people. So it's an elven woman in a green cloak knelt down by a tree gathering herbs. And something sparkles at the water's edge. Precious. There you go. Right, well that's Legolas done. So now it is Gimli. So I think what Gimli's going to do is Gimli's going to move 2. And we're going to interact with that search token because he likes shiny things. The sun is glinting off a glass bottle, which bobs serenely as it butts against the shore. The corked bottle contains a rolled scrap of paper, so Gimli is having to test his wit. Okay, well, we only need 1 success, so I will buy an inspiration. I'll spend an inspiration to buy a success. And we have passed the test. You pry out the cork and pull the scrap of paper free. There's a poem written on it. It's very eloquent and has a lovely rhyming scheme. All of that, gaining inspiration. Right. So Dimitri says, just to remind me one more time, adventure mode feels really boring. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That is the thing. On adventure mode, because it gives you more time to do things and there is less pressure of time, that's why it's feeling a little bit boring. Oh yes, thank you for that. If you played it not on adventure mode, then it would be different. Well, that's it. It's Gimli done. Gimli's moved. Gimli's done his action. Yeah, so we're done. End. Okay, so threat's going to go up. Yeah, so I'm skipping that. Threat's going to go up by 4, and then up by another 4. And then it's the rally phase. There we go. Yeah, it's not so much that it's a bit like it's that a lot of these counters are just a bit of narrative, make a test, and then get an inspiration or something like that. And there's just a little bit too much of that. So Reshik is saying you play on hard. Yeah. And I think the next time I play the campaign, I might play on a different difficulty level. In fact, I probably will, to be honest, because there's been a few of these now which have felt a little bit too easy. A little bit slow. Right, we're gonna have a fight at some point, aren't we? So I'm gonna put that card into play and that one on top of the deck. Yeah, I mean, some of the early ones, I was happy that I was playing on adventure mode. It's more about enjoying the story. Yeah. I think, yeah. What I didn't want to do is I didn't want it to be too hard, play it for like 5, 6, 7 chapters and then just fail. So I wanted it that it was at a level where I could just carry on playing it, but I hadn't realised that adventure mode actually does make it a little bit slow and boring. For some of them. As I say, some of them have been fine. A lot of them have been fine. A lot of the chapters I've really enjoyed, but certainly the last one, and also the start of this one, is an hour of just wandering around, flipping tokens and gaining inspiration, and that's it. That's all we've gained, really. Let's put honed agility into play, and let's put that on the top of the deck. Right, okay, off we go. So, action phase. Right, well, the town is nearly here. So let's use... We could talk to the Elven woman. But actually, have we talked to the Elven woman? No, we haven't. I think we're going to do Gimli first, and Gimli's going to just move to here. So Gimli's first action is to move, and we're going to go to, presumably, what is the town of Selby. A small village lies near the shores of Lake Evendim. The only village you have heard of in this region is called Selby. Can't even get the inspiration because I'm full. I don't like Gimli as a character. Sorry, Gimli. Some of the village children whoop and shout nearby. It's another person token. The village of Selby is distrustful of outsiders. Partially burnt buildings reinforce the villagers' dour demeanours. It might be hard to get them to open up to you about the legends surrounding this area. Okay, and we also had a search token there. I don't remember it telling us to put that one on. Yeah, I don't remember it saying anything about that. Anyway, there's a lump of ragged cloth has been cast aside. So, brave hero Sir Gimli is going to investigate a lump of ragged cloth. Yeah, why not? So we are testing... You pick up the bundle of rags only to discover that it is a child's cloth doll. So we are testing... Spirit. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, adventure mode gives so much inspiration it loses its value as a resource. Yeah, which is why I'm playing the don't get a free one every turn. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got. We only need 1 success and we had 1 success, so fine. We have passed the test. The name Claire is sewn into the doll's foot. You call out for Claire and a small human girl turns and stares at you. When she sees the doll in your hands, she races over. You hand her the doll, and she thanks you several times before running back to her father. Yeah, so all very nice, all good. I like the narrative, but the ultimate end result is discard the token and gain an inspiration. Which is pointless because Gimli's already on max. Only 4 cards for the spirit test? Yes, I think so. Yeah, his spirit is 4. Yeah, I went with Bladebane. So yeah, he's only got 4. Right, Gimli's got one extra movement point. We'll move to here. Don't really know. Right, so we need to investigate Selby for more information. Yeah. Okay. So I think Legolas is just going to spend his movement to go to here and then interact with the people of Selby. Right. Okay. We have options. Some of Selby's village children whoop and shout nearby. They appear to be playing some kind of game. It cannot be safe for them to be this far from the home. Be this far away from home. However, enemies may be nearby. Right, okay, so normally I do these interactive. But because it's 3:30 and I was hoping to be done with this by 4, I'm gonna make the choice myself today. So, what would Legolas do? What would Legolas do in this situation? He's going to join the game to try and get on their good side. The rules the children seem to play the rules the children play by seem to change every other moment. Just like just like playing games with certain games designers during playtests. So we're testing wit. 1, 2, 3. We need 2 successes. We got 2 successes. You roll with the changes and even proffer some of your own. For a time, you play a game where one child seeks the others and you learn of several useful hiding places in the surrounding area. Become hidden. We're already hidden. Well, there you go. Another turn where almost nothing happened. But that's it. That's the end of the action phase. Threat is going to go up by 8, which is going to trigger the next threshold. Oh, and the max threat is 105. Well, Ian told me this was a quick scenario. So if it isn't, we can blame Ian. Right, what's happened? Atarin's orcs are surely pursuing you. It's only a matter of time before his scouts catch up. Here we go. We've got 1 goblin scout. After all of that, we have 1 goblin scout there. But do we have another one? Ah, we do. We have a hungry warg. Now these are still in the box. There you go. We have a hungry warg. For those people who haven't seen my hungry wargs, these were some of the last ones that I painted. They've come out all right. Quite happy with these. Yeah. So where's this? This is all the way back here. Yeah. Okay. Right, rally phase time. Off we go. So Ian said 2/3 of the previous chapter. So the previous chapter is 2.5. It was about 2 hours. 2 hours 15. 2/3 of 2 hours 15 is about an hour and a half. So yeah. So in that case, we should be done by 4. It's been a bit slow going though. I was slow to get started because I had to do all of the setup. So it might be a little bit after 4. We'll put Deathstroke into play, and we'll put Unstoppable on top of the deck. Although we have 5 inspiration. Yeah. Gimli. Adventure mode spawns are much smaller than you used to. Yeah, I think they are. Also, we're playing them with 2 players. So Reshik, when you played, how many players did you play with? Certainly with 2 players. I mean, I've played this with 4 and I've played it with 5. And there were, when things spawned, there was a lot more of them. Whereas with 2, it's kind of like there's 1 here and there's 1 here. There's really not many bad guys. Well, hopefully, yeah, the monsters are definitely a lot more visible now that we've got the this side lighting on. Right, so 2 cards for Gimli. Well, we've already got 4 cards in play. None of these are helping us at all because we haven't really had any fights yet. And we're nowhere near doing a last stand, so I'm actually just going to, I'm not going to prepare any. I'm going to put that on the top of the deck and I'm going to put that below it. There you go. That's what I'm doing. James is here. Hi, James. Jonathan's here as well. Right. So we are done. And and it is now the action phase. Right, so what we're going to do, we actually have some things going on now. We have a Goblin Scout here that's not going to get to us yet. Our options are still to investigate Selby for more information. So we're going to use Gimli first, and we're going to investigate this token here, which was... that's it. This is the village of Selby. Distrustful of outsiders, partially burnt buildings reinforce the villagers' dour demeanours. It might be hard to get them to open up to you about the legends surrounding this area. Right, so what is Gimli going to do? Gimli's going to rest in a nearby inn, because that's what Gimli's all about. Right, so, inside the inn, you take a chair near a roaring fire and attempt to warm up. So Gimli is testing Spirit. Needs 1 success. Got 3 of them. So passed. You catch the arm of an extremely young pickpocket and give the small child a stern talking to, but let her go. Grateful, she describes several secret paths in the surrounding area. Each hero may move 1 space without provoking attacks. Right, so this is free movement. So we might do this. We might move Gimli to here and move Legolas to here. There you go, it's free movement. Now it's still Gimli's turn, isn't it? That was Gimli's first action. So Gimli's second action might be now to interact with that person token. Oh, hello. The dark-haired elf greets you with a warm smile as you approach. Might you be in need of assistance? I'm fairly skilled in herbal remedies, she says, while placing the freshly picked herbs in a medicine bag. Accept her offer to treat you. We don't need healing. No, so let's just decline that. We're not interested. Sorry, love. So Gimli's second action. I think we might just move. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I think what we're going to do with Gimli is we're actually just going to move Gimli 1, 2 to here into the goblins area, and then attack it next turn. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do with Gimli. So that's Gimli's 2 actions done. And now we're going to do Legolas. Now the quest is still investigate Selby for more information. So Legolas is going to stick around here and do all of this while Gimli's off fighting goblins. So we're going to investigate the local legends. You must decide how best to investigate these legends. We find someone in charge or ask around for assistance. Let's ask around. You wander the small village attempting to make small talk with the scowling inhabitants. So Legolas is testing wit. We're testing wit of 3. Do we have any bonuses on wit? No, we do not. So I'm going to spend 2 inspiration, because I've got loads of it, for 4 successes. Right, now 4 successes should be enough, surely. You share a pipe with an old woman who nods her head at your question. Aye, that'd be Evensong. Me own grandmam used to sing me a song about her. Pretty thing, rather sad. I'd sing it to my own son's daughters if I remembered it. I wrote it down once, but those cursed orcs carried it off with the rest of the village's things. Perhaps if you got it back, I could tell you more. Those orcs have to be hiding somewhere nearby. Okay, so we have a new quest. Quest of Epic Heroes is to recover a song for an old woman. It seems like your skills as a hero are needed before you can further investigate the legends. Perhaps the orcs did not take the stolen goods too far. Right, so we need to recover the stolen goods. And yes, everybody in Yorkshire has everybody in Selby has Yorkshire accents. Okay, so that's Legolas's first action. Now we can still click on this and we can do something else with it. So I think I will. I think Legolas is just going to stay here and go to the market. So we're going to test wisdom. The market is nothing more than a few stalls and carts selling worn and faded goods. So we're testing wisdom of 3. I'll buy a success. So we got 2 successes. Passed. You are surprised to find something of value among the clutter. Add 1 depletion token to an item in play. If you do not gain an inspiration. Okay, well, none of my items are actually depleted, so again, didn't do anything, but never mind. Right, that's the end of the action phase. So the shadow phase, skip that. Right, so the goblin moves to and attacks Legolas. Well, it can't, it attacks Gimli. Yeah, the closest hero, so it's attacking Gimli. A goblin parries your weapon, forcing it low and putting you off balance. The goblin smiles a terrible smile, knowing the attack has caught you off guard. Might negates, and it's one damage. So we should be fine with this. Yeah. Oh, well, we have to buy the success, but that's fine. Oops, they shouldn't be that way up, they should be that way up. Or I could have discarded that. Actually, let's discard that. So I bought a success, which means I take no damage. And the warg moves 3 and attacks Legolas. So the warg is here and can go 1, 2, 3. So it can't get me, so I actually click no target. So it moves 6 instead, towards the closest hero. Okay, so let's just pop it back. So Gimli is 1, 2, 3. Gimli's 4 away. Legolas is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. So it actually moves. It's in Gimli's space. There you go. So Gimli's now fighting a warg and an orc. Poor Gimli. If only he had cleave. Threat goes up. Threat goes up again. And now we're in the rally phase. Okay, so how are we doing? 20 minutes to go. I don't think we're going to be done by 4 o'clock. Well, we need to investigate the orcs, and the orcs are presumably in the caves. I mean, it just says recover the stolen goods, but we've searched everywhere else. So we need to go in these caves, recover the stolen goods, get them back to the woman, and get some help. Okay, so do I want to put any of these in play? I'm not really bothered about skin changer, so that's going. That's going to get discarded. That's going on top of the deck. Right, Gimli. These decks are also quite big decks now, because I've been adding cards to them. And unlike a lot of other games with this kind of mechanism, I'm not taking any cards out. All I'm doing is just constantly adding cards into these decks, which are increasing the size of the decks, thereby reducing the chance of getting the good cards. Okay, we're ready to go. Action phase. So we should probably do Gimli first. Or actually, no. I tell you what, if I use Legolas first and come here and attack, and I use Cleave, now Cleave doesn't hit everything in the space, does it? No, Cleave is when you've got multiple miniatures in a particular group. So Cleave isn't actually going to help me that much. So I think we'll do Gimli first. Yeah, we'll do Gimli first. Let's just have a look at the warg. That's 1 armor and 8 health. And the Goblin Scout. We could probably kill the Goblin Scout. Yeah, multiples of the same kind for Cleave. Thank you, Jonathan. Thought it was. Now we do have Fury. Oh, we've also got Stinging Fly. At the start of your turn, you may remove. Yeah, we're going to use this. We're going to remove Stinging Fly from the game. Well, you don't remove. Sorry, not from the game. From the adventure, to perform an attack and ignore all counter attacks until the end of your turn. It's just. I'm not going to say broken, but it's incredibly powerful, like game-breakingly powerful. So we get a free attack and we ignore all attacks of opportunity for the rest of this turn. So the first thing we're going to do as Gimli is we're going to attack the warg. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my start of turn. I haven't had an action yet. And Fury, if I've got this right, I don't discard this card. It's just while it's in play, all of my fate actually becomes hits. So, who am I attacking? The Warg. So I've got 2 successes. So what we can do is we can actually just buy a success. So what we could do is we could use the 2 successes for 5 hits, and then use the 3 fate for 3 extra hits, which is 8. Actually, sorry, no, 2 successes for 6 hits, and then the 3 fate for 3 extra ones, which is 9. Yeah. And then after an attack, you can place 1 card from the test on top of your deck. So I'm going to put that one on top of the deck. Yeah, there you go. So that was 9 damage. I got the God Draw. Yes, 1 shot him with no inspiration. Hey, easy. Boom. And that was the free attack at the start of my turn. So the inspiration is wasted because Legolas isn't nearby. Right, so Gimli's first action is going to be to attack the goblin. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's definitely 1 success, we know that. And then I'm just going to use the Fury to convert that into a hit. So that's 4 hits. And I'll put that on top of the deck. Okay, making it look easy. Okay. Right, now what was this? Yeah, we could do that rather than going inside, because going inside means that we're going to end the turn in darkness. So I think Gimli's just going to stay here and examine the marker. And we have a bit of song. And we don't do anything. Yeah, so that's another wasted inspiration. That is Gimli's go done. So we have Gimli has used 2 actions. We have Legolas. There is still a token here, but I don't think we can do anything with it. Yeah. Okay. We could go and speak to the woman, but she's going to heal our wounds, which we don't really need. So I think Legolas is just going to go 1, 2. We're then going to use his free sprint thing to move to here. It's not free, but you know, we spend an inspiration. And then we're going to interact with this token here. And see if this is interesting. We are testing wit. 1, 2, 3. We need 2 successes. So we are going to have to buy, well, we don't have to, but I'm going to buy 2 successes with those cards so that I passed, because I'm probably going to get it back. The knots are tricky, but you have a clever eye and are able to work the rope free without cutting it. You have gained the Hobson rope. Yeah, what's that then? Let's have a look what the Hobson rope is. Hobson rope. I've not heard of that. It's always at the bottom of the deck. Hobson rope. There you go. So, it's got 2 depletion tokens on it. And it says, whenever you interact with a token, if you would test might, you can test agility instead. When you interact with a token and test might or agility, you can deplete this item to convert. Okay, so similar to the Dusk Treaders, which I need to remember. Okay, and we can have that because it's a second, because we found it along the way. Right. Is that it? I think that's it. End of the action phase. Threat's going to go... Yeah, we're going to reach the next threshold, aren't we? Yeah, there we go. So what's happened now? You are pushing your body to the limit in your attempts to obtain aid, but you cannot yet afford to rest. Under the strain, your physical health is beginning to suffer, and you stagger toward the ground. Each hero suffers 2 damage, might negates. Okay, so we're doing a might test for Legolas.
Well, I've got one success. And if you would suffer any amount of fear... Oh, no, that's fear. Yeah, we'll buy the extra success. So there we go. It's got no inspiration now. Search tokens don't, exploration tokens do, but not in adventure mode. Oh, for the threat, yes. Right, that's Legolas done. Now Gimli is trying to do a might test to prevent the damage. And we'll spend 1, 2 successes, done. Nobody takes any damage. Nice. Okay, rally phase. Off we go. Let's do some rallying. Yeah, so on adventure mode it only goes up by 2 per character, plus 1 for each threat token in play. But in normal mode it goes up based on exploration tokens, which I prefer. I really like that because it does give a real sense of you've got to rush, you've got to go, you've got to explore these areas. Again, got all of these combat skills and they don't seem really that useful at the moment. So I'm going to put those 2 on top of the deck like that. I'm not going to prepare anything. And Gimli. Yeah, so on hard, if you don't manage your threat, you're in for a rough time. I don't think I would want to play the game on hard, but I think, yeah, if you love the game and you've played it a lot, then I can see the challenge of playing on hard. But I'm barely finding the time to finish this campaign, and there's 3 other ones. So yeah, I definitely play on normal mode next time. I'm glad I've tried adventure mode, but I wouldn't do it again. 2 of these. Let's put that one in play. Let's put that one on top of the deck. Okay, right, off we go. Next round, action phase. And we're going to move the whole screen around by accident. That's what. Be on the right monitor, Paul. So I think we're going to go in. Yeah, so Gimli's going to go first. Gimli's going to use his first action to move. That should have gone. Yeah, that should have gone. Gimli's going to use his first action to move into the caves. A pile of things here looks out of place in a cave. Several of the objects are clearly personal items. They must have been stolen from the village. Surprise, surprise. Jewellery, books and tools are tumbled together in a pile, likely having been stolen from their owners. Okay, well that's right where we are. And circling around the pile of goods, 2 burly orc guards snarl at every shadow. Spawn 2 orc marauders, as indicated. Okay, do I have 2 orc marauders here? I do. A book with cracked and aged binding is lying on the ground. Okay, so we have 2 orc marauders. I'm going to move this across a bit because this is where the action is now taking place, and destroy the map at the top. So yeah, so here's Gimli, wandered in the cave to say hello, and faced with these 2 orcs protecting some stuff. So we could do with a bit of cleaving here. I don't think he's got cleave. No. So that was his first movement point. So was going to use his second action to attack. Do we have anything? Do we have anything that can give us cleave? No, we don't. So we're just going to have to attack. So Gimli's going to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Right. Now, let's have a look at these. So they got 5 health each and 2 armor. So 7 damage will kill one of them. I mean, I could. So I could just do 3, 4, 5, 6 hits using the Fury. Yeah, 3 for that, and then 3 more for that. Or I could buy a success with that. That would do 6, and then use that for 7, 8. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to buy once. The other option is that I actually spend all 3 inspiration and buy 3 more successes, get 4 successes, and do 11 hits with Sunder. Now 11 hits is going to get rid of 1 armor, so that's effectively 12, but I don't think that's going to do it. Yeah, Sunder just gets rid of... Oh no, it does get rid of 1 damage on each. But if I did this, this is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't kill both of them. So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do 1 success for the 6 hits. Sorry, 1 success for the... 2 successes for the 6 hits, plus an extra 2 using the Fury. So it's 8 damage. Okay, and then we're going to get a counter-attack. So one of them is removed. Can the enemy attack? Yes. An orc spots you and its low guttural chuckle fills you with dread. So Spirit negates. We are testing Spirit of 4. And we need 2. And we're going to buy 1. Yeah, so that's the 2, so we take no damage. No, in fact, I don't know whether we needed to, because we have this ready defense. When you test to negate damage or fear, add a success. Right, so I get a permanent success every time I test. Okay, nice. Now Gimli's got 1 more movement point. And because this is exhausted, he can now move out of this space and do something. So I think he probably will. I mean, why not? Yeah, we'll move Gimli to here. So normally moving out provokes this attack of opportunity, but because it's exhausted, it doesn't do that. Right, that is Gimli's turn done. Legolas is going to use his first action to move to here. And we might as well try and shoot the orc. Yeah, so this should be pretty easy to do because Legolas has all of this stuff in play. And we can easily add 3 hits with that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are attacked before, yeah, when you attack, you may discard this boon to add. So he's still hidden, even though he was hidden like, 4 hours ago. So that's 1 success. Oh, that's interesting, because we don't actually have... Yeah, we can do Honed Agility. So I'll discard Honed Agility to give me 2 successes. 2 successes is 5 hits with Cleave. Is that going to be enough? It's not, so we will discard... we will discard Precise Strike 2, which gives me an extra 3 hits. Okay, gone. And I think that's it. So Legolas moved and attacked, and that is it. That is the end of the round. Right, so each hero in darkness suffers 2 fear, spirit negates. Yeah, so my characters have to do a spirit to test or suffer 2 fear. Now I do have some special abilities that can help with this. So we're going to spend an inspiration so I only suffer 1 fear. And then if you would suffer any amount of fear, you may deplete this item to suffer that fear face down instead and prevent 1 of it. So there you go, we'll prevent the other one. That's that done. And Gimli is testing Spirit to negate fear. And got 2 successes. So he's okay, he's not scared of the dark. I ain't scared of no ghosts. Okay, and then we do the rally phase again. So, Am I going to be done in 5 minutes? I don't think I am. So I'm just going to drop a quick message. Chris, who I was having a meeting with at 4 o'clock, just to say, Lord of the Rings, overrunning. Watch the stream to see how late I will be. There you go. Right, so we are rallying for Legolas. Yes, put that into play, and let's put that on the bottom of the deck. And then Gimli. Nah. Both to the bottom of the deck. Don't want either of them. Right, off we go then. Next round. Action phase. Well, Legolas is going to go first, and Legolas is going to search this, because this is the stuff, isn't it? Yeah, recover the stolen goods. It gets an inspiration. Objective updated, return the stolen goods. So we've now got to go all the way back to Selby. Oh. So Legolas' second action is to go 1, 2, and that's it. Meanwhile, Gimli is going to interact with this token and then probably head outside, so he's not in the darkness. So yeah, we're interacting with this token. We're testing wisdom, and we need 2. Gimli's not very wise. We need 2 successes. Yeah, we'll buy another success, sure. We passed. Lore increases by 1. You page through it, pleased to discover it is well written and has lovely illustrations. You read for a while, learning about some local myths. Okay. And then Gimli's second action is going to be to move out of the caves into here. Right, wrong one. Move out of the caves into here. There was all these caves here that we've not been into. But I don't know whether Gimli wants to do it. No, we're going to go here. We're going to explore here. Fruit trees dot the landscape, and some past architect saw fit to build a staircase down the hill to the river. Okay, what have we got here? So we have an area is beautiful in its natural patterns, its simplicity joyful. And a dense fog blankets the area, obstructing your vision with its dark shadows. And hearty laughter and loud crashes emanate from the woods. So we have a person token, we have a search token, and we have a threat token. But that is it. That is the end of the round. Very quick round. Oh, the luggage is here. Thank you very much for joining in. And yes, regarding your comment that you made on my Gloomhaven Digital video, I'd love to. Which I think was along the lines of, if I decide to spend 24 hours a day live streaming playing Gloomhaven Digital, you would watch it. So yes, thank you very much. And you're right, I'm sounding less and less enamoured with this game the more I play. I'm quite tired today. I don't know, maybe I'm just in a different frame of mind. Maybe it's the scenario. But yeah, this scenario just seems to be taking twice as long as it should be for the amount that I'm getting out of it. Yeah, maybe I have outgrown adventure. I don't think it's just that. I don't think it's just that I've outgrown adventure mode. I think I have, but I don't think it's just that. I think there's a lot of this scenario, much like the last scenario, which is token, make a test, get an inspiration. Token, make a test, get a lore. Token, make a test, do that. Repeat. And 75% of this game has been just that, with no progression. And it'd be great if it was a smaller map, less of that, less threat on the meter, and just, you know, a bit more of the substance. That's what we're missing. Right. Where are we? I've forgotten. I've forgotten where we are. I think that's the end of the action phase, isn't it? Yes. So, shadow phase. I'm hoping for a nice crescendo to the end of it. Anybody in darkness? Nobody's in darkness. Threat increases. Threat increases again. Right. Each hero suffers 2 fear. Wisdom negates. Okay, so. Yeah, time is running out now. Both in real time. Yeah, so I've got 1 success there, and I'm going to deplete that item to prevent the other one. So that's the 2 fear prevented for Legolas. And for Gimli, Gimli is doing a wisdom test as well. Ah, yeah, so this is the bit that doesn't quite make sense. If you would test wisdom to negate, you can test might instead, which I can understand if it's combat, but the armor, I don't think should apply to these. It does, rules-wise, but I don't think it should. I think that should say, if you would test this, this, or this to negate in combat, you would test might instead. I've drawn rubbish cards anyway. But because of the ready defense, whenever you test to negate damage or fear, add 1 success. So I've got 1 success, and I'll buy 1 more success. So again, no damage, but only just. Right, threats gone to 75. The rally phase, off we go. And the rally phase, yeah, this, again, like I've said in many other streams, managing 2 characters in the rally phase, for me, it's just, I just want to be able to concentrate on 1. So, yeah, there you go. So yeah, I'm not taking too long thinking about these. And yeah, sprint would be useful. Yeah, lots of sprint for basically extra bits of free movement would be really nice, which I don't have. I'm also getting quite hungry, which is odd because I had a big pulled pork sandwich for lunch. Are we bothered about any of these? Nope. Bottom of the deck. Right. Off we go then. Legolas is going to go first. First action, move to there. Second action, interact with the town of Selby and say, "We have your lost poem, old woman." Ah, sighs the old woman. She leans back and lights her pipe. Now, doesn't this bring back memories? And everyone in town will be grateful for what you've done. Now, let's see about this Evensong. The song says she was the song said she was a gentle lady, helping out travellers, saving children who played too deep in the lake. Even used to come to our village festivals to dance, if you can believe it. But mostly the song says she likes to sing, and we hear a lot of strange singing coming out of the southern shore of the lake. Well, now, why don't you start there? Become emboldened. Okay, so he's still hidden. Legolas is still hidden. If this were my game, I would be house ruling hidden to say, discard this card if you move. Because it makes no sense. It makes literally no sense as it's printed, and I think it should be discard if you move. Like emboldened is discard at the end of your turn if there's no nearby enemies. It seems completely insane that Legolas is hidden, moving around the board, and he's still somehow hidden. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, our objective is now to find Evensong on the lakeshore, which is all the way back there. Wow. So that's right back where we started. Literally right back where we started. That's weird. That's really weird that we started here, which is where she was. We've tried to find her. We've spent days wandering around the wilderness, done some stuff, only to find that she's here. It's just baffled. I am baffled. Right, okay, so that's Legolas done. That's Legolas's 2 actions. Moved, interacted there. That is done. Can we still click on this? No, we can't. Right, so Gimli. Gimli's first action. I'm just going to ignore these. Because we know the woman's there. So that's where we should go. So Gimli's first action is to move. Gimli's second action is to move. Done. How very odd. I mean, there might be other stuff to do in these places, but I'm kind of... Yeah. Nobody's in darkness. Right, goes up. Have I reached the next threshold? Nope, not quite. Rally phase. Do I even want to bother with the rally phase? I guess I should. I'll do it quick. At least we get there next turn. Yes, I got a laugh. It's just going all the way to here and then all the way back again. Yeah. Bothered? Not bothered. Put them on top? Yeah, put them on top. Yeah, I really hope the last two chapters of this scenario are going to be a bit more interesting. Because to be honest, yeah, I mean it's a nice little side tangent to the story, but we're great heroes. Finding an old poem for an old woman in a village, I don't know, doesn't seem very heroic. And on the next adventure, Legolas and Gimli, the brave heroes, clear some rats from the cellar of an inn. Yeah, okay. Top of the deck. Right, we're done. Right, action phase. So, Gimli is going to go first... oh, I don't think we're even going to get there this turn. No, I don't think we are. So, Legolas goes 1-2. 1-2. And Gimli goes 1-2, 1-2. So, all we're doing is we're just moving. Yeah, go and fight some boars to level up. That's what we want to do. That is what we want to do. It's a shame I can't change mode between scenarios, because as you say, there's so few enemies in adventure mode. Yeah, so we're done. End the action phase. Confirm. Let's just skip through this as quick as we can. Something bad is about to happen. A boat with black sails heaves into view on the lake. Your final confrontation with the Tauren's forces is nigh. A hill troll. Ah. No, I wasn't. Ah. It can't be the same hill troll. I didn't think we were going to face another hill troll because, yeah, we killed the previous hill troll. So this is another hill troll. Not happy with the painting on this. It's all right, but yeah, I'm not sure. There's something about it I wasn't too keen on. So anyway, the hill troll has appeared here. And then we do the rally phase. Am I even going to bother with the rally phase? I don't think I am. I know I should, but I can't be bothered. So, Gimli's going to interact. Gimli is here. And yeah, a hill troll appearing there when I'm now here. So Gimli is going to interact with this, and we're going to speak with Evensong. You find the dark-haired Evensong clad in a dark blue raiment. I'll just add some text to this. You find the dark-haired Evensong at exactly the same point you started in this adventure. Clad in a dark blue raiment, her song is sweet and sad, and it fades when she sees you. Hark now at who comes to speak with the lake's daughter. Turn about, go back again, and come not ever after. Evensong will sing alone with only rain for company, so dance away and leave her be, lonely lakeside daughter. It seems you will need to persuade Evensong of your worthy cause before she will help you. Yep. So, what we're going to say, she stands among the reeds by the side of the lake. She doesn't seem interested in anything you have to say about alliances, dismissing your concerns as beneath her. I'll say, we face a terrible enemy. Right, so we're having to take... when winter comes with its cold teeth, the lake freezes over, yet water flows and sings beneath, and in time springs comes after. We are testing wisdom. Come on, Gimli. Give us your best wisdom test. 1. Okay, we'll spend the inspiration. We've got 1. It's not going to be enough. She's like, seriously? Evensong shakes her head, frowning. Oak and willow grow and fall. The lake goes on despite it all. Right, so that's Gimli's first action done. We're going to try again, and we're going to say, I can prove this battle concerns you as well. This time we are testing spirit. Now, Gimli's spirit is a lot more. The shore is clean, the lake is clear, and orcs never tarry. The lake is free from mortals' fear, and so is the lake's daughter. So Gimli is testing spirit. We have none, because we've got no inspiration. Fantastic. So 0. So she laughs, basically. Right, okay. So that's Gimli done. Now this hasn't worked out at all well, because Gimli has no inspiration. And you get inspiration by going around and doing other things. So it's all gone a bit wrong. Now we have 1 inspiration with Legolas, but Legolas has got better skills and we're emboldened. Now that should have gone. So Legolas's first action is to move, and second action, can't even see this, can you? There you go. And it's an elite troll. Yes, it is. So yeah, this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good at all. We're tooled up for combat. We want to say this one. So we're testing wisdom. We've got a wisdom 3. Yeah, we need to get some successes. Okay, well that's 1. Yeah, characters are not ready for this at all. Okay, she doesn't seem convinced, but she does seem to be listening. So we gained an inspiration. Right, and that is the end of the round. It's dragging on a bit. Yeah, so this is here, and this is here, I think. Something like this. Yeah, that's it. So end of the round. At least we know what we need to do now. We've got spirit tests and wisdom tests. So no target, but moves 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and something else is going to happen. Yeah, that threat is now getting close. Your mind is swimming. For a moment, you cannot seem to feel anything, from the ground beneath your feet to the heavy gear you carry. The numbness passes, leaving you even more miserable than before. Each hero suffers 2 damage and 2 fear. Might negates. Then each hero flips a fear face up. Okay, so we need to test might for Legolas. 2 damage and 2 fear. And we're going to use this. No, we can't, because we're not interacting with the token. So. Yeah, we're going to take some damage here. That's fine. Okay, so we're taking 2 damage and 2 fear, because I want to keep the inspiration. Okay. We can deplete that. To prevent one of that fear, and to suffer the fear face down. Yeah. Okay, so we suffer one of the fear face down. And then, but we're going to flip that face up. And then we also take 2 damage. Yeah, don't spend too much on the negate. Yeah. Yeah, I need the inspiration for the tests. So we've got short of breath, discard all of your boons. Yeah, he's no longer hidden. And flip this face up. Keep this card face up. If you would discard a face up fear, flip it face down instead. Right, so that's that done. Gimli's test to negate is might. 1, 2, 3, 4. We automatically have 1 success. And we got no more successes. So what have we got? Yeah. So we're going to take 1 fear and 2 damage. So gloom, flip the card face down, and 2 damage. First one is suffer a face down fear. Then flip that face down, and dazed. Keep this card face up. Before you interact with a threat token, you must spend an inspiration. That's fine. So there's the damage. It's not great, but... And now things are looking tense, because we have a couple of turns left. But this time, I am actually going to scout like I should have done, because now we need to put certain cards on top of the deck. And yeah, everything I've got, all of the cards that I've been putting in play have actually not been Not been useful at all. Okay, so everything seems to be at a funny angle. There we go. So Legolas is scouting. Well, there's the really bad card, so that's going on the bottom of the deck, and that is actually also no use at all. So I'm going to put that to the bottom of the deck as well. Right, and Gimli. We need the success cards on top of the deck. Yeah, we need like, what is it? Honed Wisdom and stuff like Ancient Wisdom and things like that. I haven't got any of this. No, all I'm drawing is just combat skills. But there's a success. So that is going on top of the deck, and that one's going to the bottom. I don't think that's of any use at all. No, it is, actually. That is a useful one. So we'll get rid of Fury and we'll put Luck Weaver into play. After you deplete an item, you may remove this skill from the adventure to gain a boon of your choice. And if I gain Determined, and place one depletion token on that item. Yeah, that might work. Okay, so we are done. I believe we're in the action phase, and we're going to try and do it this turn. So we're going to do... Legolas first is going to try and talk to the lady. And we're going to say... My lady, we face a terrible enemy. Again. So, Wisdom. I'm drawing 3 cards. We have a Wisdom of 3. I don't have any boosts to this. But we do have 1 inspiration. Yes! So I'm spending the inspiration. That is 3 successes. Come on. It's got to be enough. She does not yet seem convinced, but she is listening, gaining inspiration. Okay. If that wasn't enough, we'll do it again. We'll do another 3. So we'll click on her again, and we'll say the same thing again. 1, 2, 3. Maybe it needs both tests. Too late, I've done it now. That's none. There's the Ancient Wisdom. Do we buy one? Yeah, I'm going to buy one. Let's buy one and see if it makes a difference. Yes, it does. Whew. Your words are winning ones. Evensong places a hand over her heart. Spring and summer come and go, and mortal lives are fleeting. Lake and river stand aloof, mortals never minding. But dark comes the autumn now, and darker comes the winter. Evensong shall be your aid in the coming battle. Rest now your weary heads and banish your heart's worry. Sleep now on the lake's shore and dream of a great victory. You awaken again, this time on the banks of a small stream. Evensong is nowhere to be seen, but nearby Gulgatar and his guards stand around a table. They have not yet noticed your arrival. The heroes win! They have earned a powerful ally in Evensong and must now face Gulgatar and Atarin on the battlefield. We gained 2 lore and we got 4 experience. And we are done. We didn't get to fight the hill troll. So yes, thank you very much for keeping me company. The next chapter is Gulgatar. So I wonder what that's going to be about. And I'm hoping to finish these next week. I do want to kind of wrap this campaign up. So my plan is at some point to fit in chapters 13 and 14 next week. I don't know exactly when, but stay tuned. Keep an eye on my Twitter page, my Facebook page, Gaming Rules, and also my Board Game Geek Guild number 2258, and also my Patreon page. A shout out to all of my Patreon supporters for making these videos possible. Thank you very much. I will be back at 8 o'clock tonight with my Maracaibo campaign, finishing that. What I should have done is I probably should have finished this one, but no, I've got to put this away and I'm going to get Maracaibo out for tonight. I'll be back at 8 o'clock. If you like the content that I create, please like the video. Please leave me a comment in the video if you have watched this afterwards. And yeah, if you like the content that I create and you want to support the channel, patreon.com/gaming rules is the place to be. And that's it. I'm going to disappear and crack on with the rulebook work that I need to do. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.